Hey YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about something that has irritated the shit out of me for years. And that is how bisexual people and pansexual people are seldom ever taken seriously. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to say bi people, but I mean bi and pan people. As I said before, I identify as pansexual. I came out at 15. As far as I know, I was the first person publicly out at my high school in a very small, waspy town in the Bible Belt, which was a very interesting experience all of its own. But since most people outside the gay community have not even an inkling of what pansexuality is, I typically just say I'm bi. But a while back, I was reading an article about this gay softball league who wouldn't let bi people play. And I was like, that makes about as much sense as neon clear. So I was like, okay, that's a little awkward, that's a little odd, but then I started reading the comments, and that's when I started getting pissed off. And, there is so much discrimination against bi people, and it's unreal. And, and I hate generalizing, and I typically avoid it as much as humanly possible because all people are different. But for the most part, straight people view bi people, or I have to break it down by gender, really. But straight people view bi girls as being either slutty hoes, all into, menage a trois and orgies and shit like that, or just trying to get attention, I guess. And then they view bi guys and that's honestly the only way I can even describe that. And in the gay community, they view bi girls as either being, slutty hoes, once again, trying to get attention from straight guys, or really confused and experimenting, and it's just a little phase that they're going through. And they view bi guys as being greedy kids that will fuck anything that walks, or they're too ashamed to come out as being gay. And that's not the case. That's not the case at all. And there seems to be this ongoing assumption that bi and pan people are promiscuous, unstable, confused, and wishy-washy. And none of that's true. I mean, once again, I'm generalizing, and yeah, I'm pretty sure there are some really slutty people out there like that. But for the most part, it's not true. And the confused thing is what really pisses me off the most. I'm not confused. I never have been confused. I've been this way since I was a kid. I've always known that. And the same thing goes for all, bi people. They're not confused. And they're not wishy-washy. They're not staying on the fence. They're not ashamed of themselves or questioning. That's why they have the questioning things on profiles, or the bi-curious things. Those are the curious people, not people like me. And, it's just everybody has their preferences. Some people like tall people, some people like short people, some people like dark eyes, some people like blonde hair, whatever. And the same thing goes for bi people. For me, I've always had a stronger sexual preference for women. Does that make me a lesbian? No. Because I also have an attraction to men. I have an attraction to gender fluid people. I have an attraction to transgenders. I have attractions to androgynous people, and it's I have a 5-year-old. I've been pregnant. I've given birth. Her dad and I were on and off for 6 years, and so I'm not gay, and I'm not straight, and I'm not confused. I never have been. If anything, I came to terms with it a lot faster than most people have. Like I said, I was the first person, as far as I know, to be publicly out. And I fought for gay rights for 10 years now. I was the one who was gender bending in school. I was the one who wore a tuxedo to prom. I was the one fighting to get a gay-straight alliance established and to provide a safe haven for GLTB teens, to have somebody to talk to come to terms with their sexuality. And you know what? I'm pansexual. Does that make everything I did insufficient? Or does it void everything I've done? How many petitions I've written, how many letters I've written to the government, how many times I've fought for same-sex marriage and same equal rights? Hell no, it doesn't. Just because I don't care what's in between somebody's legs doesn't make me confused or wishy-washy or slutty or anything like that. And it irritates me so much because you would think that of all people who would understand the fact that you are who you are would be the gay community. It's just like, I guess, it's like how gay people say, well, you'd never understand because you're straight, and straight people would say, well, you don't get it because you're gay. Well, people like me, neither groups get it. Gay people don't understand because we're not gay. Straight people don't understand because we're not straight. We are screwed either way you look at it. And nobody takes us seriously. And it's like, alright, one of the things I like to do when I get bored is go screw off on YouTube. Or not YouTube, but Craigslist. And it's like all the amusement of being at the bar without ever actually having to go to a bar. And time again, under the same-sex personal ads, you'll always see no bi people. No bi guys, no bi girls. I mean, do you honestly think we are incapable of having a lasting, loving relationship? Do you think we're going to cheat on you with somebody of the other gender? Because it's not going to happen. A cheater is going to cheat. It doesn't matter what their sexual orientation is. And the chances of it aren't any different for bisexual people or pansexual people. It's just that we don't discriminate based on what's between your legs. If we have a connection to you and we're attracted to you, we'll give you a shot. We don't care if you're male, female, androgynous, whatever. It doesn't matter to us. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something that's really irked me for a very long time, especially given all the effort that people like myself have put into trying to establish equal rights. Everything we've done, we're fighting on the same side. Don't you get that? Why are you hating on us so much? Why do you not believe we're not skanky, confused, wishy-washy slut people? And I don't know, it just irritates the hell out of me. And another thing people always think is that we are non-monogamous. Now, granted, there's no question about it. Polyamory and, polygamy is a real thing. I don't participate in that. Personally, I don't know any people who do. In fact, I am really, really anal retentive about monogamy. Really anal retentive about monogamy. And I have a slight jealous streak. If I see my boyfriend or my girlfriend hitting on somebody, I'm going to get pissed. That's just how I am. I'm not going to go out and sleep with somebody. I'm not going to participate in a threesome or an orgy or, swinging or whatever. And most people like me won't. Just because we have an attraction to all genders does not make us sluts. Period. So, lay off on the hating, will ya? We get screwed over enough as it is. And if anybody ought to understand we are who we are, It ought to be the gay community. We're fighting on the same side, folks. What's the point of even showing such animosity? Seriously. But it is what it is, I suppose. It is absolutely asinine and completely ridiculous as it is. But once again, my opinions are my own. Take what you want, leave behind the rest. Deuces.